Young people are more interested in this year's presidential election than any other since 1972, when 18-year-olds were first given the vote. And this generation is expected to play a huge role in determining who wins the White House. Why are they so interested? We'll hear from young people themselves as they tell us which candidate they want to see win in November. They'll tell us which issues are most important to them, and we'll take your phone call. That's what people had to say up and down the East Coast when we asked them about being involved in politics at a young age. That is the focus of our discussion here on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Of course, we are glad to have you with us no matter where you are watching. We want to know what you think about the youth vote and the impact that young people 18 to 30 are going to have on this all-important 2008 presidential election. You can still email us or take our web poll at cn8.tv. There's an entire industry of professionals who are doing their best to get young people active and motivated and out there to vote in November. It's the entertainment industry, and they are using a lot of different means to get the message out to young people. Joining us now is our It's Your Call youth culture correspondent, Chrissy Stanojev. And she was actually at an event not too long ago where these entertainment mavens were doing just that. Tell me about it.
Absolutely. We were actually on location at the Turn Up the Vote National Youth Hip Hop Summit, where some major names in hip hop, like Russell Simmons and T.I., actually were engaging our youth voters.
I tell young people to empower themselves to vote. And when you vote and you empower yourself, it's a step towards everything that you want in life.
I'm the voice of the young people, and I'm here to encourage the youth to stand up and vote. People who are 18, I'm trying to get them to get out and vote for the first time. This is the year for them, and it's a historical year for all of us, so they need to make a difference.
I want to know, how do you encourage people of age to vote if they don't want to vote?
The poverty and the lack of education in the inner city school systems ain't encouraging me to get out there and vote. That means you don't care nothing about yourself, you don't care nothing about your community, you don't care nothing about your future or the future of your family. So I mean, really, you're just doing yourself and society a disservice. All right.
Well, if nothing else, it looked like it was a whole lot of fun, Chris.
Oh my gosh, jam-packed, tons of energy, wonderful.
Okay, so not only was it a fun time to be at the Hip Hop Summit, but there was a very serious purpose, as we just heard.
Absolutely. You saw a lot of our big name artists really using their celebrity and their popularity to engage our youth and really let them know that it's important for their voice to be heard during this historic election.
And how are they doing that? How are they trying to engage them? Because I would think that it's one thing to say, hey, get interested. It's another to actually motivate them to register, get out and vote, and go into the voting booth.
There's tons of grassroots efforts at this point. They have teams on the ground. They have the Hip Hop Summit Action Network actually has their hip hop team vote, and they're out in the streets actually engaging our youth by going up to them, telling them to sign up to vote. They're answering questions about candidates, offering information, and giving them a facet to learn the information so they can vote for the appropriate candidate.
I would imagine that education then is a vital key to the success of this Hip Hop Summit and to what we heard earlier, the Rock the Vote. I think it's amazing that the entertainment industry has taken such an interest in it, but we've really seen that as kind of a trend, I think, in like maybe the last 20 to 30 years, where people who do have power and influence in a different venue are using it in political circles as well.
Absolutely. Russell Simmons and Dr. Benjamin Chavis actually founded the Hip Hop Summit Action Network in 2001, and for the past 7 years they have dedicated their time to engaging and empowering our youth, not only politically, but in general to really influence social change within their communities. So it's been something that has been absolutely successful for them, and you see their numbers growing. They're now actually a national leader in terms of registering, mobilizing, and engaging our youth.
So it's not just in the inner cities, it's not just with the minority young people, it's across the board, trying to get anyone who's interested in their music and their artists to also be interested in who occupies the White House.
Absolutely. They're allowing the connection between what's going on in hip-hop music and what's going on in our communities, and using that to educate and really empower. Because they're saying if you see what's going on in your community and you can complain about it, you also have to do something about it. You can only complain so much, and right now our youth really has the opportunity to take part in history, and that's something that may only come once in a lifetime, so they really need to get out and vote this year.
Hey, I love that. That has been what I have been a proponent of for a long time. You can't complain if you don't get out and vote. And that's what we are doing here. We're giving you all the information that you need to learn about voting and then making that educated decision in November. Fun. And Chrissy Stanojev has been following the youth culture for us on It's Your Call as well. Thank you very much. Thank you for setting up the Facebook and the MySpace. And I know you have some thank yous as well.
Yes, we want to say a special thanks to Dr. Miles H. Gray III, as well as Travis Larrier with Standard Media Inclusive. They were an integral part in putting together all the stuff with the Hip Hop Summit this